and welcome back. Let's conclude on the market structures of Module 5, Part 3. And now we're on monopolistic competition, and later on we will talk about oligopoly. And now monopolistic competition. The first one was perfect competition, then we had the monopoly. This one is slightly almost like a combination of the two. Whereas perfect competition, we had many sellers and buyers. Monopoly also have many sellers and buyers. However, perfect competition had a homogeneous product where you can actually go and get a product that which characteristics are the same, whereas monopolistic competition, the characteristics of the product that's there in quite a number is slightly different. Monopoly, only one seller, but here we've got quite a few sellers of the product. But with a monopoly, we had a specific product that only that product is sold. Same here with monopolistic competition. That's why I say we've got a combination of the two. With monopolistic competition, we have a product but with a slight difference. We have a few products with a slight difference. So again, with the objectives of this section is that you need to be able to describe the characteristics, and you'll find it in your textbook, the characteristics of a monopolistic competition. Explain how the firms compete without lowering the prices. Understand how firms in a monopolistically competitive market set output, and describe the characteristics and give examples of an oligopoly. Oligopoly, the word sounds already very chaotic. So it's a lot of sellers, a lot of buyers, but many products also. Not just a homogeneous product, but many products of different nature. But let's get to that section. So, monopolistic competition, it's a market structure in which many companies sell products that are similar but not identical. For example, the gas station. We've got Caltex, Sasol, VP, Power, etc. But they all sell product, but not all the same. Not all are identical. You got a 95 lead, you got a diesel, you got a 97 lead, etc. And you've got the octane within of these that is different from station to station. So it's identical products, but slightly different. Retail stores, we know that retail stores sells products, the same products, but you won't find Pick n Pay no brand in Spar. You don't find Spar brand in ShopRite. So we'll have these common products, but different. 4 conditions of a monopolistic competition. There's many firms, many organizations in the first place. Small investment firms can begin to sell a product, whereas a small investment firm can begin to sell a product. Few artificial barriers, meaning man-made barriers to enter the specific market, and slight control over price. You have, because there's so many competitors, if you're one of the many sellers, there is obviously a large group of competitors. So you don't have much control over the pricing. And differentiated products, yes, there's differentiation. If you walk into a retail store, there's a product line, a specific product line. It goes in width and it goes in depth. So if I look for a beverage, local beverage, for example, Coca-Cola, we've got the Spaletta brands, and then you've got the different variants in the Spaletta brands. If you go into Oni, you've got the whole Oni line, but you've got the different variants within the Oni line. That means that product line is differentiated in width, depth as well. So with monopolistic competition, because there's so many sellers of differentiated products, we will have then said that it is a differentiation is of a greater scale within this specific market sector. Monopoly, one industry, one firm, one seller. Perfect competition, number of sellers, number of people, but of a homogeneous product, meaning the product has conformed to identical characteristics. With monopolistic competition, many sellers, many products, but different products. Non-price competition, a way to attract customers through style, service, or location. So which one suits your pocket the best, and what style or trend suits your characteristic or demographic the best. So you're going to look at the specific section when you walk into a retail store. Your demographic setup will dictate what is your buying trend. What are you going to buy? So it's physical characteristics, your location. Some goods can be differentiated by where they are sold. Service level. Higher prices can be charged if a firm offers a high level of service. That's why you have your local franchise restaurant, completely in a different league than a high-ended restaurant. So wherever, if I go to theater or do I go to a cinema, completely different scenarios. So where you put yourself at, where the product is sold, where the game takes place. Are you going to have the front seat or right at the back, or do you going to have a seat within the box overlooking the match where everything happens? Advertising and image or status, what you as a buyer need to associate yourself with, and it creates a more perceived difference rather than a real one. So do I only use Guess or Gucci or Prada, or am I just a sneaker type of a specific brand? So advertising plays a role, and the image and your status as a company will then also be part and parcel of how people, how the buyers will compete for a specific product in the market, specifically in a monopolistic competitive market. Price, output, and profits. Prices and output will be higher than in perfectly competitive market, because remember, there's no price war. Sellers and buyers wants to keep a balance, but with monopolistic competition, because there's so many sellers, they're trying to get the most sales out and obviously push up the revenue, and revenue has a ripple effect of how much profit the company is making. Profit is kept down by competition, because when you are competing, you want the competitive edge, you want the competitive advantage, and you want to attract the most market share or piece of the pie. And that is why where the price war is taking place, that you can drop your prices just below the competitor in order to get their customer loyal to your brand, or you can go on an extensive advertising campaign in order to attract those customers to your product. And then we're going into oligopoly. You will see it's not even given a section by itself, because this is a market structure where few large firms dominate the market. A few large firms. With monopolistic competition, there were many firms, right? But with an oligopoly, there's a few large firms. And yeah, I'm thinking the car industry. We have a few large industries, firms that's trying to dominate the market. You can just in your minds, I think of Toyota and Nissan going at it to get a market share. So we've got large companies trying to dominate the market share. Barriers to entry, especially if you're going to have a brand name loyal customer. How are you going to try and get the customers buying power into your specific firm? Cooperation, collusion, price leadership, also actually cooperating to raise prices. Firms will make it well known that they are going to raise prices and hope that others do as well. That is exactly what the price war is about. You want to put out an extensive a product as one of the big firms, and you know that you can either be the follower or the leader within the market. So if you're going to be a follower, you do what is set as a trend, but as a leader, you're trying to get that competitive edge, meaning everybody else in the market is going to follow what you are doing. So you're already at the forefront. So leadership, are you taking the lead? And then collusion, an agreement among firms to divide the market, the set prices or limit production. This is where price fixing takes place. So we're looking at the agricultural market, where people try to drive prices to the same because the farmers are looking at fertilizer, implements, equipment, and they don't want these companies to extort too much money out of them, because extortion then will drop the profits. So these agricultural or farmers would get together and they fix the price and say, listen, we are willing to pay as this district or farmers X amount of money for your fertilizer, for your farming implements, etc. So price fixing is agreement to charge one price for the same good. Not just ask X amount for farmer A and X amount for farmer B. But if those farmers come together, they've got a negotiation power over the price. So that is why we call it is price fixing, and it falls under collusion, meaning coming together. Cartels, no, not the drug cartels, but maybe in the pharmacy industry, it's a formal organization of producers that agree to coordinate prices and production. So if you go to Discount and you buy Panado, that's an agreed amount. Maybe you're going to buy for 24, 30 rand, and then you go to Clicks Pharmacy, the same Panado will perhaps be 31 rand, but it's more or less the same, because in that cartel, that formal structure of pharmaceuticals, that is the price that they agreed upon when producing that product. We've got Unilever, we've got Adcot, Ingrams, and all of these companies that come together, and they will then negotiate and agree to go on prices that they're going to put into production of a product. I am so happy that we could have shared the market structures with you on this specific platform. Please do not hesitate again to go or call me or email me about queries. And next week we will go all about the short run and long run of these market structures. Perfect competition, especially versus monopolies. So thank you very much for viewing. Until next time, take care and be safe.